Classic Hollywood was a world of carefully crafted perfection, glamorous stars, bright smiles, and untouchable images. But behind the scenes, many icons lived in fear, forced to hide their true identities to survive an industry that demanded rigid racial purity. During the Golden Age, even a whisper of mixed heritage could end a career. Today at Prestige Buzz, we're revealing the hidden stories of 6 legends whose biracial identities were kept secret for years. These stories are emotional, surprising, and show a side of old Hollywood that few ever talked about. If you love deep dives into Hollywood history, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Prestige Buzz, and hit the bell notification so you never miss an upload. Number 1 is Fredi Washington. Fredi Washington was a powerhouse of the 1920s Harlem Renaissance who lived within a brutal contradiction. Despite her green eyes and fair skin, she refused to pass for white, a decision that essentially cost her a Hollywood career. Studios were baffled by her. She was too light to play traditional black roles, often requiring her to wear dark makeup to look authentically black, yet she was barred from white romantic leads. After her iconic role as Piola in Imitation of Life, which cruelly mirrored her own life, she pivoted to activism and co-founded the Negro Actors Guild of America. She famously declared, "You don't have to be white to be good," proving she wouldn't let Hollywood's rigid boundaries silence her. Number 2 is Carol Channing. The legendary Dolly Levi lived an image of exuberant all-American glamour built on a secret she learned at age 16. Her father was a light-skinned black man who had passed as white. In an era governed by the one-drop rule, Channing knew that honesty was incompatible with stardom. She remained silent for over 60 years, not out of shame, but out of strategic survival in a society that offered no protection for mixed-race individuals. When she finally spoke openly in her 80s, she reframed her heritage as a source of pride, beautifully remarking that her black genes were responsible for her immense talent. Number 3 is John Gavin. Born John Anthony Golliner to a Mexican father and Irish mother, Gavin was pressured to erase his ethnicity to fit the all-American leading man mold. The studios rebranded him as Gavin to neutralize his background and distance him from his Latin identity. While he played clean-cut heroes in classics like Psycho and Spartacus, his success depended on this strategic erasure. Hollywood rewarded his silence with starring roles, proving that he could be a hero only if his Mexican identity remained invisible. It wasn't until later in life that his heritage became a public asset, eventually serving as the U.S. ambassador to Mexico. Number 4 is Susan Kohner. Susan Kohner, daughter of Mexican actress Lupita Tovar and a Czech Jewish father, occupied a racial middle ground that Hollywood exploited. In a supreme irony, the industry used her ambiguous looks to cast her as the biracial Sarah Jane in the 1959 remake of Imitation of Life. While her performance earned her a Golden Globe and an Oscar nomination, the casting revealed a dark truth: Hollywood was willing to tell stories about black suffering, but only through actresses who weren't actually black. They used Kohner's identity as a shield for white comfort, avoiding any real challenge to the racial hierarchy. Number 5 is Merle Oberon. Merle Oberon's life was defined by a lifelong lie and immense psychological pressure. Born in British India to a South Asian mother and a white father, she was forced by the industry to claim she was born in Tasmania to explain her exotic features. She lived in constant terror of being found out, using heavy light-toned makeup to mask her natural complexion. The cruelty of this system was most evident in her personal life. To maintain the fiction of her whiteness, Merle was forced to introduce her own mother to guests as her maid to avoid detection, knowing the truth would strip her of her status as a cinematic goddess. Number 6 is Dorothy Lamour. Born in New Orleans with a Creole heritage blending French, Spanish, and Irish roots, Dorothy Lamour was accepted by Hollywood only under strict limitations. Because she didn't fit the typical white ingenue mold, studios rebranded her as the Sarong Queen. Her darker complexion and heritage were stripped of context and repurposed into a marketable, exotic fantasy. She was trapped in a gilded cage of island girl and native temptress roles, where her identity was profitable only as long as it remained a mystified, silent tool for the studio's bottom line. These stars achieved greatness, but at the cost of their authentic selves. Their stories remind us that in the Golden Age, whiteness was often a prerequisite for dignity and success. Which of these revelations surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the bell notification for more untold stories here at Prestige Buzz.